everyone, thought I'd take you on a quick project of how to update your kitchen cabinets. It's pretty quick, pretty cheap, and doesn't take a lot of skills. So basically, I decided I was going to change up my kitchen by painting the cabinets and take some of the doors down so that it would have a little bit more of an open shelving look. So I've done this before several times, and I actually used to work doing restoration and interior painting in homes. So I thought I might be able to offer a few tips along the way that would make this an easier and more successful process. So 5 easy steps, and you're welcome to follow along with your own project. You're going to want to spend a little time planning, setup and supplies. You're going to want to prep your cabinets. You're going to end up painting them, and then finally you'll reassemble and enjoy the results. So I'm going to walk you through each step. First one is our planning phase. So I like to break the project into a few parts, mainly because the kitchen is actually a workspace in the home, and so I find it best to choose a section of it and work on that, but still being able to access the rest of the kitchen so that you can cook, have coffee, etc. So go ahead and empty your cabinets in the area you're going to be working and clear counters and get the workspace easy to use. Second, you're going to want to set up a painting area. This is for your shelves and your cabinet doors. What I do is create small raised surfaces, either using things like milk crates, sawhorses, or even you can use tin cans or little glass jars, and this allows you to get to all sides of the piece of work while you're painting without touching it. And then finally, here's a quick little supply list for you with a few details along the way. You're going to need brushes, obviously. I suggest getting a 1.5-inch angled brush, a multitude of small cheap foam brushes, and then get a packet of small artist brushes, little ones, but it's really helpful on cabinetry for the details in the corners. You're going to want to use foam rollers, not any other types of substrate. The foam will prevent getting lots of little fuzzies on your cabinets, and I choose a 3 to 4 inch generally. You're going to want to use primer, so a little note on primer. It's a step that's really nice to think about skipping, but I think it's one of the keys to giving your project 1, durability, and 2, the most professional look. So I suggest doing it especially if you have wood that has really big grain in it, like oak, like I do, or if there's a lot of stains on your cabinets or knots. Or if you happen to have kids, any of these things are going to change the appearance or cause it to wear and chip. You're also going to get your paint, obviously, and then little odds and ends like paint trays, painter's tape, and drop cloths and newspapers. So your third step, which is the least favorite of everyone's, but it's the one that I think really ends up giving you the best chance for this to look really good. So you're going to clean everything off. Soap and water is fine. You're going to want to label all of your cabinetry and take pictures, because when you reassemble, it seems really crazy, but suddenly nothing goes together again, and so if you have pictures, you can reference them. Go ahead and take your cabinets down, remove your hinges, and then you can lightly sand everything. I usually use a 240 grit. You're not looking to remove any varnish. You really just want to rough the surface. And then go ahead and tape, and finally do the priming. So step 4. The big paint job itself pretty much breaks down strategically. You're just going to want to make sure that you're never sitting there without being able to work on something. So I like to start by doing the exterior frame of the cabinet, and then you can move outside and paint the first side of your doors and shelves. And then you're going to go back, put the second coat on. And then that way you haven't just been sitting there and waiting for stuff. Hopefully as you go to these different parts, the other previous step has dried. So as you see there, I throw out a little pro tip. If you want a really nice job, do a really light sand between each coat. but the downfall with that is you do have to wait a lot longer for it to dry. So then after that, you can flip your doors and shelves over and do the second side with paint. And then at this point, if you're doing the interior of your cabinets, you can start on that, pretty much same process. And step 5, we're already there, you're done. So go ahead and make sure you give everything at least 24 hours to dry before you reattach hardware. But other than that, sit back and appreciate that you're all done with everything, and at least you don't have ugly cabinets anymore. Well, good luck with your projects.